A story you'll only see on 10 TV, a clothing line that goes beyond what you see. This is the Stone Collection, created by two young designers in Central Ohio who wanted their clothing line to have a bigger purpose. They debuted the collection during last night's finale of Fashion Week Columbus. But this collection was designed with a special purpose and a mission. 10 TV's Carly Dion explains.
Party never ends. The party never ends. Yeah.
Welcome to the Scheuneman Show. Did you miss us? We're back.
Did you?
Starting again. Well, we're back.
We're back.
The Scheuneman Show has returned. This is the start of season 2.
Yes.
Sorry for the break. I needed it. We needed it.
Much needed.
But there was quite a decent reason. There's 2 reasons why we took a break. Number 1, we wanted to come and be recording episodes with, high mental capacity, high energy.
Fresh start.
I don't know if you could tell, those last couple episodes we recorded, at least I can speak for myself, I was at like a low when it came to mental capacity and energy. I was kind of just zombified through those episodes.
Yeah.
And that leads into the second reason that we took a little pause. I wasn't super energized about what was going on with the show because I was super tired working on something that we'll get into. And I also had so much running through my head that I wanted to talk about that we couldn't talk about. But today we are recording on a very special day. And that special day is the launch of our new collection, whole new 17-piece luxury streetwear collection of clothes. We've been working on this for God knows how long, about like over a year. I'll start by saying there's a lot to say about this, but like we originally planned on releasing this collection last Christmas, but because of many reasons, the creation process took way longer than we thought it would.
Yeah.
And here we are now, a year later. But it's crazy. I was doing the math. Did you know that like the brand has only been launched for not even a year? Isn't that insane?
The brand? Has it?
It doesn't sound like that's true, but it is, because our first Instagram post was on February. It was either February 11th or February 22nd, 2022.
Holy shit.
So that was less than a year ago.
Yeah, and plus that one piece with the... Wait, no, because... Oh, yeah, because there was a mishap.
Post.
Because the one piece that has the 21 that's dropped, the sweatsuit.
Yeah, I forget
says
what year.
2021.
Yeah, it's like a year behind or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's... So our first Instagram post is much different from the first time we started working on the brand, because we probably feel like it's been longer because we've been working on this brand for way longer than that. Like our first post was like when we announced the collection and when we released our first collection. That was probably probably about a year into like establishing the LLC of the brand. Like
so the official release date was a year ago.
Yeah, but like we had been designing the first collection way before we announced it. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I thought it'd been way longer.
Yeah, me too, honestly. Because how long have we been doing the pod?
Well, I think we released the first episode like the week after we announced the brand, I think. So I think it's been like about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to get into here. So we finally can talk about this next collection, our second collection that we have released today. It's called the Stone Collection. Now, this collection is super special because not only are we insanely proud of the work that's a part of this collection, like the pieces in here are so great. I'm super proud with what we came up with, but also there's a whole story behind this collection. There's meaning behind literally every single design. So what we're going to be doing in these next couple of episodes back is going into a deep dive of what this collection is about, what purpose it serves, and then also going into the stories of like through the process that we couldn't talk about while we were recording for the past year.
Lots of hints, though.
We'll get into those too, all the hints that we had dropped. And who knows? Maybe people are watching are way smarter or way more vigilant than we give them credit for, and they like knew. But I'm convinced they didn't. And then also we're going to. Did I already say we're going to go piece by piece and explain them? Yeah. So
we are. If I don't.
yeah.
Even,
So I guess I should probably start by explaining why this is called the Stone Collection, because that leads into everything else, a part of the collection. First of all, we designed this 17-piece collection to be, we wanted anybody who saw it to be able to enjoy the clothes. Like, it's on trend. We made the designs like, something that we would still be making. It's still cool clothes. All of this goes without saying. But there's a reasoning behind every little design. So it's called the Stone Collection because it is in collaboration with the I Am Stone Foltz Foundation. So I will explain what that is. And we were also taking inspiration from Stone Foltz. Now, Stone Foltz is a kid that, how could I start this? He always wanted to create his own clothing brand. That was his goal. He had started work on that with his family and his best friend Jake. They had came up with that plan together. He had started going to school, like college, for like the purpose of learning how to run his own business, create his own clothing brand. So he went to college for about a year, started studying, doing his thing. He was enjoying himself for that first year, I believe, but it wasn't going great for him. He was kind of feeling alone, because when you go to a new school and you don't know people there, you can kind of feel left out, and it can kind of be a weird feeling because you're away from your family and you're not used to being in college.
a lot of stress on you and everything.
It's a lot of new stuff, and it's like you said, it's a lot of stress. So in his second year, he decided to join a frat. So in his first year, he had said he wasn't going to do that because I guess the idea had been floated before he started his first year, and he was like, no, I don't really want to do that. But after going through the first year and all the stress, I think he decided, it could be helpful. I could make connections. I could make friends. And so in his second year, he joined a frat. He was in Bowling Green and joined a frat, and I don't know how much you guys know about frats, but I have to be careful with how I do this because I don't want to be like waging war or anything, but I've never been a super big fan of frats to begin with. I have my own stories going back with certain things that frats have done with people I knew, and I've never been a huge fan of the culture behind it or the kind of people that you might find in frats. Not everybody in a frat is different, but the cliche I'm not a fan of. But at the same time, I'm not trying to, this is not supposed to be a negative thing. It's not supposed to be a thing that starts some drama or fights with frat people. If we have customers that are from frats, then I'm not out here saying we don't appreciate you. It's just, you know what I mean. I think I can say that I'm not a huge fan.
This is just a part of Scheuneman in the way.
We have our own personalities and opinions, and that doesn't change. Obviously, those things can be flexible. Yeah. But anyway, he joined this frat, and when you join a frat, before you can be officially a part of it, there's typically these little traditions or how would you call them? Little tests that you have to go through. So that'll range from things like, you have to stay up for 24 hours straight and party with us, or you have to do this favor for your I think they call him big brother, or for your elder, or the
initiation.
Head of the frat. Yeah, you're going through an initiation by doing all these little tasks that they'll have you do. And I've heard things ranging from you have to stay up for 3 days and party with us, or you have to do my homework for a week, or even crazier stuff. I've heard, I don't even want to get into it because it's pretty nasty, but I've heard some strange things go on in these initiations. And so apparently these initiations are a whole tradition that these frats really respect and think cannot be changed, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, there's a final initiation phase or step that you have to go through for the frat that he was joining, and that is where they make you drink like a handle of liquor, like a huge bottle of alcohol by yourself. Now, they say by yourself, but typically these frat people would get help from somebody they knew in the frat.
Yeah.
So they would usually not have to do it 100% by themselves. But Stone didn't know anybody in this frat, so he was going into it completely alone. And leading up to that night where he had to do this, he had expressed to many people that he didn't want to do it. He was feeling uncomfortable. He was nervous. It wasn't something that he felt comfortable doing. So, but like he had to force himself to do it because that's just how it is. And if he didn't, he felt like if he didn't do it, they wouldn't accept him. He wouldn't be let into the frat. It was something that you have to do. So he goes in and is supposed to drink all this alcohol. And I'll just come out and say this right now. The amount of alcohol that they have people drinking is literally a lethal amount of alcohol.
Yeah.
And I don't know who thought of this idea, but it's like insanity. And for them to even allow that to be happening is pretty ridiculous. But this is their tradition, so he does this, and pretty quickly afterwards, he starts feeling super, super sick. He is visibly sick. He's not doing well. From my understanding, he got through it and then was like on the couch and kind of like passed out there and was like sick from then on. And the people in the frat started to realize this, and instead of taking care of him or getting him help or making sure he was okay, they saw that he looked really sick and they were worried that they would get in trouble. So what they did was they moved him without his knowledge to his apartment and left him there completely alone. And at this point, he has alcohol poisoning, and they just left him. And so he's there over the night, and nobody's hearing from him. And I guess the next morning, there's even a 911 call of this. His girlfriend goes over to his apartment and finds him there, like, not okay. Hearing the 911 call is like, it's heartbreaking because it's just so sad to hear somebody that, like, they're finding a loved one in such a bad state. And the fact that these like frat people, they should have been looking out after him. They should have gotten him the help he needed. They forced him to do it in the first place, but they just screwed him over and let him be there alone and practically made it look like he had done it to himself. If people didn't put things together the way they did, then their hope was to just get away with it and make it look like he just did this on his own. He was taken to the hospital, and I mean, long story short, he didn't make it. Yeah. So that's who Stone Fultz was. But more importantly, he was also a super caring guy. He was, like, from everything I've heard. Now we'll go deeper into this, but like from everything I've heard about him, he always looked out after others. He was always kind of trying to do the right thing. He really cared about his family. He he was an artist too. Like, he wanted to make clothes. So, and his, like, when he was growing up, he would like paint all the time. He would make TikToks with his little sister. He would he was a good guy. And I never met Stone, but when we were
unfortunately, it would be
throughout this process, I've started to feel like I know him, but unfortunately I never did meet him.
Yeah.
And knowing more about him, I start like it more and more. I'm like, damn, I really wish that I could have gotten to know him, because just getting to know the people around him, like his family and friends, it's just been such a overwhelmingly positive experience. The story that I just told, you can look that up. That's actually ended up being national news. It was a big story, and there have been a lot of different things that happened afterwards, and so that story is well known. That was in 2021, and so I guess we'll fast forward to our first pop-up at Polaris. we were, doing our thing. We had our brand there, and probably the first or second week of being there, and we ended up meeting DJ and AJ. DJ is Stone's aunt, and AJ is his brother, and they came by the pop-up, and they bought a shirt, and we got to talking with them, and we kind of hit it off, and we exchanged numbers and stuff, and like it was really cool because we started talking to them and realizing like how similar what Stone wanted to do is with what we want to do, and when we exchanged numbers, we ended up like texting each other and like organizing a time that we could like meet up and have dinner sometime. And pretty quickly we started to think of the idea to create this collection of clothes inspired by Stone, to honor Stone and to celebrate him. And we thought of this idea with DJ, his aunt, and then once we kind of thought about how we wanted to do it, we presented it to the rest of his family and friends, and they loved the idea. And so from then on, we just did not stop until we had this collection designed and kind of fleshed out, mapped out how we wanted it to be, and we got to creating. And that's kind of just the baseline like start of how all of this came to be. But I want to get into all the details. I just had to get that stuff out of the way so you understand like who Stone is, how we got to know Stone.
Definitely check out the story. It is.
Yeah, read it for yourself,
Yeah,
because I can only do it so well. It's honest. If I'm being honest, sometimes when I talk about it, I get a little like uncomfortable because it really pisses me off. And so this was like meeting them at the pop-up was over a year ago, and since that moment, I have been designing this collection and putting it together. I mean, we've been doing that. And doing that, we had to do a lot of different things. First of all, we knew that we wanted to create a collection that was going to be cool to anybody. Like, we didn't want it to be something that you could only like if you knew Stone. We wanted it to be, like, clothes that were cool. Like, that should go without saying. But then under the surface, we wanted there to be meaning behind every little design, and we wanted the inspiration to truly go back to Stone in a real way. So, like, it was super important to me to design clothes that Stone would have loved to wear or would have wanted to be a part of making. It was super important to me that I really got to know who Stone was as a person, what his style was like. We wanted to make clothes that anybody could like, even not knowing the story or not knowing Stone. And so to do that, we talked with the family, we talked with his friends, and got stories about like things Stone did and memories they had with Stone, all kinds of stuff like that. We were given a list of words that like describe Stone and the things that he liked, the things he enjoyed doing, the places he liked to be. We were given pictures of Stone so I could like see his features, see his style, all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm speeding through this. We're gonna slow down and go through the details throughout these next couple of episodes. And then we were given a couple of pictures of pages from like some of his sketchbooks, because like I said, he wanted to design clothes. He had started drafting out ideas and working on sketches in a notebook. And so I had the honor of getting to look at some of those. And I mean, I was just told a lot of information about Stone all at once, and I got to know his friends and family, and it helped me kind of put together this collection so it could be true to his style and the inspiration we were pulling from. And it was a wild experience. Like, I'm super happy that it's finally out.
Me too, honestly.
I'm going like a mile a minute right now because
it's been a long journey.
Yeah, we've been working on this for so long. There's so many different things that went into getting us here. At times it felt like this release date was never going to happen. I mean, we knew it was always going to happen, but we had no idea when it was finally going to happen because there have been many times where I thought it was going to happen 2 weeks, like 2 weeks from today, or oh, it's going to happen by the end of the month, or oh, it's going to happen at Christmas time, and like we just kept dealing with different things that kind of pushed that time back.
Yeah.
And I mean, now we're finally here, and we paused the podcast because I was just getting overwhelmed with, all the preparation that was going into getting it ready. And while we were doing all this, I was like, all I want to do is really talk about this collection. And
There's just being so close and wanting to finish this part up so we can.
yeah, I kind of wanted to just, like, not to cut you off, but like, I just wanted to, like, speed through, or not, like, I wanted to get the work done so that we could be here doing this right now. Because I felt like putting my attention in other things, like putting out like an episode at the quality you guys deserve, it was just going to postpone things, or it was going to take away some of the quality of this, and I didn't want to sacrifice that, and I felt like a break is what we really needed. And
As you can tell, I mean, the last probably like 5 episodes, there's at least one part where we're like hinting at this or talking about this, but not trying to spill the beans. So it was like, I don't know. It was just,
I'm glad you brought that up, because I do want to talk about a little bit of those. Like, for example, I'm sure you've seen, like, the stuff we're wearing right now, I think we've worn it on the podcast at least once. Like,
Yeah.
there was through a bunch of different episodes, we would just be like, fuck it, we'll wear a prototype on here, or we'll wear the clothes that we've been shipped already. And so, like, I know for a fact I've worn that paint outfit before. Mm-hmm. So his hoodie that he's wearing right now, that's a piece in the collection. That's called the Splattered Painter's Hoodie. There's a pair of joggers that go right with it. And, like, well, I guess that's a good segue. I'll talk about that for a second. So the hoodie you're wearing right now, just to give people an idea of what I mean when it comes to, like, the inspiration of the collection and how everything ties back to the inspiration and the meaning behind it. So that hoodie it's got like an all over painted graphic. And the reason, so first of all, I got that graphic to be all over that hoodie by literally getting a canvas, and I would like paint the hell out of it. I painted like probably 10 different canvases trying to get.
Do you have the canvas? Is it still here?
Yeah, it's somewhere here. Should I get it?
Yeah, get it. We should. I mean, might as well.
So these have aged, as you can see. Like, I didn't do anything to keep them like fresh and clean or whatever. But we painted a bunch of canvases, and I painted multiple so that I could get the look that I wanted, something that I could turn into a graphic that could be an all-over pattern. Now, the reason that we painted canvases to do that was because Stone was an artist and he loved to paint. During the design process, I was given pictures of some of his paintings. His family had like canvases that he had painted all over their house, and they sent me pictures of them, and I thought it was really cool to incorporate like, paint in the collection in some way. So we got this canvas and we painted all over it and tried to make a pattern that we could put onto a garment. And this is actually the canvas that ended up getting turned into, you can just, we'll put a picture of it and then they've seen it right here, or you could, I'm sure they've seen enough. But yeah, this is the canvas that ended up getting turned into the pattern that you see on that hoodie. Now, there's a couple of things we had to do to turn it into a pattern that would work on clothes. Like, it's kind of like reflected on itself when the print runs up. It kind of reflects, like right here on his sleeve, like that's kind of like the end of the canvas, and then it reflects and then keeps going. So I took a picture of the canvas and sent it in to get turned into a print file, and then that print file got turned into a gas print. I want to say it's like called like sublimation dye or something like that. But pretty much what they do is they turn a picture into a gas that sinks into the fabric. So this isn't like a screen print or anything on the fabric. It's like one with the fabric. It's in there. So I love that outfit because it's just literally like it's like you're covered in splatter paint.
Yeah.
And it's super comfortable. Everything in the collection is super comfortable.
Yeah, I don't even have the full outfit on, as you can tell. There's a whole pants.
Yeah.
Too.
When we started trying to record this episode, you were like,
they're
joggers.
Joggers, I mean, yeah.
And so another little detail is like like a hoodie would have drawstrings, joggers would have drawstrings, anything that would have drawstrings on it. We have these special little custom drawstring tips that we made, and they're like metal. So, I mean, we'll put a picture up. So you know, but it has like our logo etched into it, and it's like got some weight to it. It's smooth. It's really fun to like mess with in your fingers and shit. Like
and you can actually like feel the weight. It's different. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it just feels nice to have some.
It's a cool little detail, and that's one cool thing about this collection is no matter how deep you go into it, there's always going to be more and more details that you find. And that's another thing like of why I think we're so proud of this collection, because we've been working on it for so long, but also because you can just see all of the improvement that's came into like us as a brand, I guess you could say. Like we took a completely different approach when it comes to designing this collection. When I was told that we could design this collection, I literally just locked myself in a room for probably like 2 months, and I did not do anything else other than design this collection, because like I'd said originally, we wanted to release like last year before Christmas, and now we're like a couple weeks away from Christmas now, which is crazy.
It's very crazy.
But like we worked it out with the family where they were like, yes, we love this idea, let's go forward and do it. We figured out how many pieces we wanted to do. And after those conversations, they were pretty much like, well, can we do it by this day? And it was pretty much like, these conversations were happening like last summer. And because I remember designing through July. Mm-hmm. I remember designing on my birthday. And we had made this goal to try and send in the designs to our manufacturers by the beginning of August, I think. And we ended up sending them in by like mid-August. So pretty much
by my birthday.
Yeah. So like that due date that we set for ourselves was established in like the beginning of June or the end of May. And so once we established that due date, I was like, okay, well, if we're making 17 pieces, I have to not stop working until that due date, because we're going to be like running right up to the fucking goal line or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
So I was designing nonstop.
And this is a big difference from the first drop. Like this 17 pieces, the second drop.
It's like double the size.
Yeah.
Completely different vibe to it. This is way heavier in the streetwear vibe.
Yeah.
Now we're going to be doing different kinds of like inspiration, style with each collection that we put out, but this one, like I said, it's inspired by Stone Fultz, and he loves streetwear, so that's the vibe we went with this one. But it's still high end, high quality. Everything's made in Italy. Fabrics are super nice.
The jeans,
oh dude,
feel like joggers.
So
you don't even feel like you're wearing jeans.
The crazy thing is, like, I don't want to sound like cocky or anything, or sound like a douchebag, but when we started designing clothes, we kind of took it like one step at a time. Like with each garment we started designing, it's like our first versions of that. It's like it's Scheuneman's version of joggers, Scheuneman's versions of jeans. So when you start doing that, you want to try and perfect the way you do it. And I feel like the thing that we have perfected first were jeans, because in this collection, I'm telling you, dude, I mean, shop the collection, you will not regret it. But also, like, buy a pair of jeans just simply to feel what these jeans are like, because I'm pretty
soft material.
I'm pretty confident that you will like these will be your favorite pair of jeans.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be cocky, but I'm definitely confident.
Fuck it, I'll be cocky. These are sick, dude,
Yeah,
because
they're sick.
they're super durable, right?
Stretchy as fuck.
And then it's like cotton and elastane mix, and we found like the perfect amount of elastane to go in there so that it's like it like molds to your body type perfectly while also not being like there's like some of them are skinny jeans, some of them are more like you know they don't feel like tight on you, but they wrap around your body in like a perfect kind of way.
Yeah.
And also like a lot of the times when you wear jeans, they're not what you would like describe as like a comfortable garment. Not that jeans like I'm not a jeans guy. I don't think jeans suck though, but like these jeans feel comfortable to wear and they're not like restricting or anything. Bros skated in our first collection jeans and these have only gotten better.
Yeah.
But yeah, like these jeans are it's like soft to the touch, a really nice fabric, flexible, durable, all that stuff. We have new I mean, there's it's hard not to be messy with this because there's so much that we can get into. Like, for example, we have new main labels. Like, the brand has just came, like, we have made so many steps to progress. We have new main labels. So the main label is like the tag that like goes in the like back of your collar, or like for jeans or joggers, it would be like right below the waistband. So in the first collection, we had like these circular main labels that admittedly I designed on like a phone app. Like the main label is something I designed, like one of the first things I designed like as the creative director of this brand. So it was very early on in like my knowledge of designing or whatever. So we made a new main label this time around, and it's I just even the main label was a cool detail that I love. Like it's. I mean, maybe we could put a picture up or something. I can't really like describe in my own words every little thing, but it's like a box label that's sewn in at the sides, and it's just a cool look. It's white and black. I think it fits better than our last ones, but
and it's not dangling, so it annoys you.
Yeah, I mean the circular ones weren't dangling either.
No, they weren't really.
And then also we have speaking of new things. Our old website is no more. I think we even just flat out said that in episodes before that we were making a new website.
I think so too, actually.
So during the end of this, like getting the collection out, the last thing we needed to do was get our new website finished. So pretty much this is the debut of the new Stone collection and then also the new website. Those two things came out at the same time as each other.
At least go check out the website. You don't even
go buy something, dude. This shit is so nice.
No, buy something.
It's just so much cleaner than the one we had before was, because, like, I mean, the last one was functional, like it worked, but it was not as welcoming or clear as this one is. This one just feels professional, and we had like a whole team of website designers put it together, and obviously we were a part of designing it and stuff, but we contacted people that really knew what they were doing when it came to websites, and so we're happy with that. What is another thing that we could get into here on this first episode? Because we're just laying out the groundwork, and then on the next episode we'll get into more of the details. I think it'll be more enjoyable because I wanted to get all that stuff out of the way because there's just so much to get into. A garment I wanted to get into was these cargo joggers, dude, and we can put a picture up. I have worn these like literally too much. Like I wear them all the fucking time because they're like, I'm a huge joggers guy, and they go with everything. They're like all black joggers with like a lighter shade of black embroidered logo on the pocket, but they have like all these different styled pockets on here. We designed our own style for each one, and they're like snap button pockets. Some pockets just have like flaps for them, but I'm so happy with these. Like they fit so nicely. The pockets serve utility that's just really nice. Like you never you never have too much shit on you. Like if you want to carry 4 wallets, then sure, go ahead. If you want
3 phones, 4
to bring like a magazine for your pistol, a fucking 2 switchblades, a backpack, you can fit it all in your fucking jogger pockets.
There you go.
But it's just such a clean look, and like I said, there's a lot of meaning behind all of these designs, but still, it's on trend. Like cargo joggers, that's a sick trend that I really fuck with right now.
Yeah.
But these just go with everything.
Yeah, they're just classic black, and
If you're looking for something to put on the list of things that you should get from this collection, there's a lot of things I could say, but these cargo joggers, it's a really good deal because I think they're on the cheaper end of the things that we have in this collection. And also, like I said, you can wear it with literally anything. Mm-hmm. They're also I wear these things like all the time, and they have held up perfectly. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's a timeless look, and it just goes with anything. Plus, with the collection, like if you get these cargo joggers, you can get really anything else in the collection and be able to wear it together with like the joggers. So that's sick. The main thing I just wanted to get out of the way with this episode is just kind of getting that story out there, explaining what we're going to be doing with the next few episodes to come, and then also
we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Back like cooked crack. But I also wanted to say, like, I learned a lot doing, like, designing this collection. It's changed really everything moving forward. Like, when we approached this collection, we did it with, like, a purpose and a meaning behind it. And designing with those things in mind just makes things go so much smoother. And I think it really helps when it comes to putting out a project that like molds well together within itself. Like it's taught me a lot, and I've also gotten to know people that I think I will have in my life and close to me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like getting to know Stone's family and his friends, like they've been a part of this the whole way, and it's been an unforgettable experience. I wanted to a big thank you to them for welcoming us and being so supportive and helpful in the design process. And
they're all great people.
Like I literally had last Thanksgiving I had with them. Like it was, I've never had a Thanksgiving with another family before, and that was like a super fun experience. And like we meet up all the time and we just talk about, like, because we've been doing this together, so we'll fill them in on stuff that's been happening, and I like to ask them like how they've been and everything, and it's just been super fun. Like I feel like it's new members to the family or new friends that we've made. So I just wanted to say that we'll probably be having a couple people on that we've met in this process to show to you guys. But yeah, and like another thing is, we wanted the family to be a part of like the design process as well. Like AJ, Stone's brother, he helped with a lot of this stuff. Like when it came to making a decision for like colors or a kind of fabric or just little details like that, we would always like go back to him or go back to somebody else and ask them what they thought would be the right move or what they would like to see. Like for example, there's the Artistic Vision sweatshirt, we'll put a picture up. That was originally going to be like red and black, I think. The first draft was red and black. And when we were showing AJ for the first time these drafts of these designs, he was like super into it, super excited, and that really got us excited. But then like we asked him if there was anything he would change or anything he would like to see different, like what would that be? And he gave us a couple of notes, and then he went to this Artistic Vision sweatshirt, and he was like, yeah, so I love this piece, but I just think that we could make it a different color. And then we talked with him, and we're figuring out like which colors he would like to see, and he literally told us the colors that it is now. Like he was like, I think like a white and dark blue would look nice, and like so it's been really, pretty much my point is it's been really cool to have them be a part of it, and it's just really true to the inspiration behind everything. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a good start at like filling you guys in on this whole thing. But like I said, I think we're gonna need like at least 2 more episodes of just explaining everything. 'Cause
Yeah.
we still need to talk about what we've been doing for the past year, what the design process was like, little tidbits and stories that have gone into this experience, going piece by piece throughout the collection. I think we got to do that, but I just wanted to dedicate kind of telling the story to this first episode.
It's going to be fun going piece by piece, though, because it literally, like, there's so much to the pieces, and the meanings just are
It's an important piece of the like.
important, yes.
The meaning and the inspiration is such it's a part of the collection itself. Like, it's a whole other side of it because, like I said 1,000 times, we designed this collection so that anybody could love it. But then, if you want to sit there and learn more about each thing, you can, and then it just adds more value to it.
Yeah.
So nothing was done without a reason, and also I just think it's cool that we've put together a collection of clothes that is also spreading a message. Like, we want to get awareness out there that I haven't gotten into this part enough, but like what happened to Stone is like not okay, and that shouldn't be happening. It's ridiculous that frats need their special traditions to be happening so that they can put people through the ringer and like torture them just so they can be a part of the group. Like, and that's just a special tradition that can't change, even though people are getting hurt and dying because of it. Like, it's ridiculous. And
At least a different route. If they just would have not been thinking, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. If they just would have stood up and
if they would have looked out for the people that they were trying to bring into their group, if they would have thought about the safety of others just a little bit, or
they got in way more. I don't even like saying this because it's just like.
It's hard to
he
talk
should
about.
still be here, you know.
Yeah.
And it was way worse that it led the way it was than them just picking up and calling an ambulance and
like doing
getting help right away, noticing that he wasn't okay and things aren't right.
Yeah. So spreading awareness about like how something like that could be handled better, or stopping these insane traditions of like drinking yourself to death just to join a frat, like that kind of stuff just should not be happening. And also, like, by doing this, we can, like, just by wearing cool clothes that you enjoy, you can also like save lives. Like, literally, and I don't mean to sound like dramatic or like be patting myself on the back. This wasn't even us, the story I'm about to say, but like the I'm Stone Fultz Foundation, the people that we've collabed with, which is like his family, they support causes that they think Stone would have supported, so they donate to those things. But also they go around to schools spreading awareness about this issue.
Hazing.
Yeah, hazing, and then also like, you know, alcohol intoxication and like knowing what's too much, knowing how to spot the signs of somebody who's not doing well. And so they go to different schools and do that like all the time. I've been to a few of them. And recently they went to a school, and at a point in their event, they talk about like, okay, how many drinks is going to do what? Like, is 4 drinks going to do this? Is 10 drinks going to do this? Yeah. What's too much, and how to spot the signs of that. So anyway, they had gone to the school, had that speech, and then a couple weeks later, they were contacted by people that attended that event, and they were like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that because of your event, we were able to actually save somebody's life, because some people who attended the event saw like a guy leaving a party or like a dorm room, and he was like walking alone in the cold, and like he just looked not okay. And so these people that had seen the event like approached him and asked him if he was all right, and ended up finding out that he wasn't. He had drank too much. They got him to a hospital and ended up finding out that if he wouldn't have gotten to the hospital, he would not be here.
Yeah.
So this is all to help spread awareness for stuff like that as well. And another important thing is this collection is super special to me for many reasons, but also I want you guys to know that like a portion of the proceeds that we make selling clothes from this collection will obviously be donated back to the I'm Stone Fultz Foundation so that they can keep doing what they're doing.
You guys are supporting too, so
yeah, you're spreading awareness. You're helping dreams come true. You're getting amazing top tier quality clothes, and honestly, just it would mean the world to a lot of people if you supported, because this is something I've always wanted to do, and this is something that Stone wanted to do, and we're just trying to kind of shed some light on Stone's dream, who Stone is, and also spread awareness while we do it, help some people, and also, like, admittedly, yeah, like I was saying, it's like I'm so grateful to be in a position where I can be with my family and friends getting to be creative and like put together collections like this and design clothes. Like, it's a big passion of mine. I know Colin loves it. I love doing this podcast and the brand with Marquise.
Yeah.
It's been super, super special to me, and I love doing it. So get yourself something really fucking cool. Check out the collection.
I'm confident you'll love it.
You definitely will. I mean, we're going to be showing piece by piece in the next few episodes, and we'll be getting back into the swing of podcasting, and there's still a lot more to talk about with this story in the coming weeks.
I mean, we haven't been podcasting, so
yeah, it's been weeks.
So we've got some stuff in our banks.
Yeah,
like
yeah, we got some stories. Plus, I'm still coming down from that high of GTA 6's trailer. That shit was insane.
Bro, did you know that it beat the record for the most views?
Oh yeah, dude. I think it's at like 100 million views. It did that in like 24 hours.
24 hours.
We'll go into the Stone collection a little more next week, but let's end on like finding out what views it's at right now.
Okay.
And we'll talk dude. That trailer got me so fucking.
Bro, did you see someone's like, "This is Rod Wave" on here? I saw that.
Dude, I thought I said that. Yeah, because you
said that, but someone said it online too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought you would see it.
Oh, no.
Like
so it was funny because the trailer was supposed to come out like on a Monday.
Yeah.
And on Sunday night, I was like at an appointment, and I went to the bathroom, and I just looked at my phone. And on my phone, it was like, the GTA 6 trailer just leaked early.
Knowing you were like, nah, bro, this is not.
Yeah, I was like, cap, because I found out about it through a Reddit account. That's how I watched the first version of the trailer. So Reddit posted, it was like, it leaked early. And there was like, no way. And I clicked the link and I watched it, and I was like, this looks legit as fuck.
Yeah.
And I still didn't believe it after watching it. I was like, that looked like real. It might be real. And then I went to YouTube and I found Rockstar just posted it. And I was like, oh, let's see if it's the same thing. And it was the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God. I watched it like 4 times in the bathroom.
Did you see on Instagram Rockstar's poster only? It's like 3 posts of GTA 6.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Okay, so guess how many views it's at right now.
All right, you said 100 million?
It's been 2 days since
days.
Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer dropped. How many views do you think it got in 2 days?
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if it's at like 500 to almost 1 billion.
Damn. Okay. Well, you just killed it. No, it's at 116 million views.
Oh.
I think I ruined it by saying it got 100 million in the first
Yeah, you
day.
did.
I don't know what it got in the first. I think it was like 80 million in the first day or 60 million.
Yeah, because that's a high number in 2 days.
It's at
Bro.
$1 billion.
Bro, there's songs and stuff that have got billions of views on.
Oh yeah. Well, and also this isn't the record that it broke is not factoring in music videos.
Oh, okay.
So
100 million.
I think there's music videos that actually have done better, I guess.
100 million fucking views, my boy.
But you do know that this is going to be if not already is, the biggest game to ever exist. Like,
Yeah, I do know. You know, GTA 5 was it's got a reward for being the longest lasting game
I think it's the longest lasting, and I think it's also made the most revenue.
Yeah.
And it's weird because people talk about video games like, oh, it's stupid or it's a waste of time, and like, sure, okay, I guess. Like, there's 1,000 things you could say about playing video games. I want to say 2 for starters. Yeah, you shouldn't spend all of your time playing video games, but like, some people have a portion of their day that they dedicate to something that makes them happy or gives them some joy or something that they can just like have fun doing. They're not concerned about like, oh, is this the most productive thing to be doing? It's just like, oh, for this hour, I'm going to play basketball, or oh, for this hour, I'm going to hang out with friends or drink or play a game or watch a movie.
Yeah.
I think there's no reason why video games can't be something you do with that.
You watch a movie, why can't you play a freaking video game?
It's literally no different.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is like, something like this, like when people are like, oh, why do you care so much about this video game? Or like, why are you asking me if I'm going to play the video game? Why would I do that? It's like, okay, well, Grand Theft Auto 6 is literally a piece of culture now. Like, it's going to be so big that playing it is almost like, it's practically like homework for your everyday civilian. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's something that, it's like bigger than watching the next Star Wars movie. Like, you know how when a new movie comes out, people go and watch it, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm watching the movie because I enjoy it, and people are talking about it. People are going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto 6.
Have you noticed with like movies and stuff, the more they come out, the less, or the more that people like it less. You know, they're like, oh, it's not as good as the first one or something like that. But as a
you mean like
game,
sequels?
Yeah, but like a video game, as it comes out and it progresses and it gets better and better, it just becomes bigger and bigger.
I think that video games have better luck with sequels than movies do.
Yeah. Not all video games.
No, yeah. That's why I say better luck, because some video games really do die off after the second or third.
Yeah.
But like a lot of movies die off after the second or third, because I think like with a movie, it's all relying on like the plot and the storyline and all that. And once you start getting into like second or third plot of a movie, it's like, okay, this is starting to get like watered down or desperate.
Yeah.
But with a video game, yeah, it's the plot is part of it, but almost more like important is the gameplay, how fun it is, and the features it has that like satisfy like the players. And that's where sequels are like more have more positive reviews when it comes to video games, because when they're making sequels, they're like taking feedback from the last one they made and then making changes or adding new features. Like, for example, like Grand Theft Auto, each time a Grand Theft Auto comes out, they're adding something new to it.
Yeah. Bro, we were in middle school when this shit, when GTA 5 came out.
I still remember clearly. I clearly remember the day that Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. I remember watching the trailer for the first time. I watched the trailer and it was like a year or more before it was out, and I was like, it was the same as this one. I watched it.
Elementary?
I think I was 13 when 5 came out. Okay. So I watched the trailer for 5 when I was probably like 11 or 12. And I remember watching the trailer and being like pissed off, because that was back when I really was in the video games. And so I was like, I need this now. Yeah. And that trailer just got me way too hype to be waiting for like 2 years. And
now we have to wait.
Yeah, it's
a year.
Well, I called it. I wish we had been making podcasts leading up to this, because I've been saying 2025 is the date that's going to come on that screen at the end, because we're in 2024 already. That's the way I see it. So I look at it as like a year.
It is a year.
Because it'll probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out like January or February.
You think they would do like December at least? Or you said?
The only issue with that is it says 2025. So I think it's probably going to come out October, like probably like summertime or fall of October 2025.
I cannot wait.
Because
I think this might be the first game I ever pre-order.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, 2 things, not to piss on your parade, but for starters, you have a habit of like getting excited with me
And not
about a
buying the
game,
game.
and then
I already
just
know.
never getting it.
I know.
Like, I'm trying to think, what was the last one?
Because
that
I game share eventually or something like that.
yeah, you usually end up getting it. But, like,
Yeah.
there was a game, I can't remember what it was, but we together were so hyped about it
It was
coming
Dead
out.
Island.
Yeah, I think it was. And we were like,
But
oh,
I
it's going to
got
be
it.
so cool. It's going to be so cool. And then I remember I got it. And then, like, a month later, I was like, do you even have it yet? And you're like, nah. And I was like, we've been talking about this for so long. But yeah, so I was thinking about that. I was like, is Marquise even gonna get GTA 6? Like, he has to.
No, I still play GTA 5 to this fucking day.
Yeah,
bro.
so you're.
my game.
It's got to be one of the games where you like right along with me. You got to get it.
I'm
first
getting
day.
it right away.
Okay, and then also you do realize you have to get a PS5. That's your biggest issue.
I know.
It's not gonna come out on PS4.
I'll get a fucking 5 just for GTA.
Well, luckily for you, it's easy to get them now, and they're not like.
Yeah, I saw someone selling one for $400.
Yeah, maybe Bob will sell you it.
Well, the thing is, when they were out of stock, everybody was selling them for $7,000 to $1,000.
Yeah, dude. That shit was
700 to
crazy.
1,000.
And now they just grow on trees. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
But
They're like, oh damn, we actually do need a lot.
I mean, because it was the worst timing. Like, not only was it like hard to make, I think like the materials that they need to make the PlayStation, I think they were like having a shortage or something.
Yeah.
But then also it was like during COVID, so like
Always shipping and everything.
yeah, because this collection dealt with COVID type issues. Like,
Yeah.
dude, the shipping was insane on this collection.
Insane.
It took forever, and it cost so much money to get this shipped. And oh, dude, it feels weird talking about anything but this collection, but I'm excited for next week. We're gonna get into a lot of details. There was a lot of excitement going into this episode. I don't know if we made it clear enough, but next week we will definitely be hitting this nail with a better hammer. I don't know what I'm saying.
Hitting the snail with a better hammer.
We're
It's
back.
salt, bro. Salt.
We are back. This
are
is
back.
the Scheuneman Show, episode 84. Did we record an episode 84 before we took a break? Yes. Did I decide? Did I decide to not put it out? I did. But that's the lost episode. Maybe you'll get it someday. In that episode, I was wearing the Music Note sweater. Check it out in the new collection. Yeah, this collection is so fucking nice.
Psych.
I'm gonna we'll end the episode on me just going into a little commercial right here. I want to say it one more fucking time. Everything in this collection was done with insane detail and purpose. If you like the clothes, like just already, just wait till you learn about what the fuck it was like designing what I had in my head when I did it, the reason that we did it, and the process and all that shit. Wait till you see. Wait till we talk about the doodle jeans and how the fuck we came to make those. The whole process that goes into those fucking hand painted stencil.
Painted.
Dude, wait till you hear about what the stencil people said when I went in there getting custom made stencils to go paint on these jeans. They were like, "Bro, you're fucking crazy. Nobody ever does this." And we're like, "Well, we do, motherfucker."
Watch.
And then wait till you hear about the fucking way that we started painting versus the way we paint now. It's fucking insane.
Immaculate.
Magnets, motherfucker. Magnets.
Magnets, bitch.
And then also, bro, look at the fucking.
Sorry.
This
Hold on. Stand up.
This fucking
Stand up.
bitch clean though.
Hold on. Can I read that? Can I read it?
Yeah.
All right. We all leave marks, imprints, quotations on the people we meet. Make sure yours brings joy, never pain. Love you.
Leave no one behind, motherfucker. Stone Collection is out now.
It's
Go
out.
check it out. New website, all that
Check it
shit.
out.
We're gonna be going deep into it. New guests on the way. A lot of new shit on the way.
We're back, baby.
Also, late thing, but if you made it this far, I do want to let you know. Go listen to fucking. What's it called? What's Matt Demon's new song? Fucking Matt Demon has a song with the motherfucking Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. Hold on. Look it up. We got it.
Okay. Yeah, Matt Demon's coming on soon after we do our little press run about the collection. He's excited to come on, but I'm sure you guys remember Matt Demon's been on the show plenty of times, and he's on a fucking run right now. He has like features from a fuck ton of people. I'm not gonna spill too many beans, but dude, if you think the Wu-Tang Clan is crazy, just wait till you hear the next couple of songs he's
Bro,
got.
you want to know what's wild?
Avalanche featuring Inspector
Avalanche.
Deck by ours truly, Matt motherfucking Demon.
You want to know what's wild?
You're standing up right now. What?
When I came here, I smelled the gas, right?
Oh, yeah, there's like a gas leak in this house.
There's a gas leak 0.8 miles away. I just got a notification about it.
What the fuck? But it smelled like gas in this house for the past
Yeah, it did
year.
smell like gas.
There's a couple of gas leaks going on. I don't
But
know.
no, check out Matt's new song.
This is speaking of gas leaks. This shit is getting derailed. All right, love you guys. Fucking yeah. That's been episode 84.
Yeah.
Did I mention there's a new collection out, the Stone Collection, new website. Check it all out. Last thing.
Pop you something nice.
Last thing. I swear to God. Last thing. If we didn't say it clear enough. And if you don't want to wait till next week, this doesn't have everything that we'll talk about next week, but it has a lot that we talk about this week. Go to the new website, look at the clothes, but then go to the About Us section.
Mm-hmm.
Under the About Us section, there's About Us or About Scheuneman, and then there's also About the Stone Collection. Click About the Stone Collection. And we wrote out a nice little booklet typey thingy that you can read so you can learn for yourself kind of where the inspiration comes from and what this is all about. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. Sorry for the break. This is season 2. Ciao.
Ciao.